Hello everyone, and welcome back to a rather long and overdue video. I am back in the Expanse. The last time I played this was last year, July. I think it was like right after it came out. And then I completely forgot about it and kind of pushed it to the side and kept telling myself that I would come back to it eventually to finish it. Today we are here to restart the Expanse, the Telltale series. I did start episode 3. That was the last episode. Was episode 2 was the last one that I did. Episode 3, hopefully we can finish it out without it taking another year. Although technically if I do 2 videos this and then wait a whole another year to do the last, not gonna do that. But on the last one, I actually have no idea what we're doing.
It means you've found us at last.
Interesting.
You've come, and with you comes the next great step in the evolution of humanity.
Uh-oh.
We have been preparing for your arrival for years, perhaps centuries. We have been patient. We know you have much to teach us. If you can hear my voice, whoever you are, welcome home.
Okay. Strange station in the middle of space.
That. Who was that?
The head of the station, presumably.
Okay, now I don't remember if I was playing this with mouse and keyboard or if I was doing it with my controller, so we're gonna keep with the mouse for now, and then if I need to swap, I'll swap to the other thing. But let's see, what do you do? Do you want to call them a cult? The head of the station presumably long gone.
Whoever he was, he's long gone now. Generations ago, millions of Earthers tried to set up mining stations in the belt. Some of them lasted. Some died off right away. And some of them, no one knows.
Still, a station this large, uncharted, and seemingly uninhabited? It's like nothing I've heard of.
What did the initial scans tell us?
None of the scanners penetrate past the first level, but there are no heat signatures, no activity except this broadcast. Looks clear.
Okay, so let's see who bought the core here. Who else is looking? Let's see. Let's see. Who else would be looking for this place?
But we don't know if the pirates have found the coordinates another way. Or anyone else.
Not to mention, how the fuck are we gonna find it in there? The place is massive.
There was a line in the coordinates. Something about the first ones.
Fuck does that mean?
Won't know till we get inside. Arlen, Rayan, stay on the ship. Be ready to burn hard if there's any activity on the radar.
Sure thing, boss man. Good hunting.
Maya and I will head inside and search around.
Cap! Be careful in there.
An abandoned space station built into the side of an asteroid that's been long abandoned. There's no way this could go wrong. I will say though, I have been looking forward to playing this game. Every time I see it when I'm scrolling down on my list of games that I have installed, it's always like right there in the middle between stuff that I'm looking for. And I keep telling myself I gotta come back to this. So finally, I'm back. And I've forgotten the majority of what's happened in the beginning of the story. I know the original captain was mutinied against.
Exactly how old is this place?
And they're looking for something, but I don't remember.
Maybe 100 years?
Damn.
That was a slow door. but a space station that's been here for 100 years. That makes sense.
This is fucking strange.
Triangle, interesting, okay.
Let's search for the command center.
Found it. Over here.
Because in the Expanse, if I remember correctly, it's 200 years into the future, if I remember correctly.
I've never seen helmets this old. Crazy that people used to wear these into the vacuum.
Interesting. Yeah, these are some old helmets. But if I remember correctly, the Expanse universe takes place 200 years into the future.
An entire station. Completely
So
abandoned.
this makes sense that this station would have been
I
here
can't even imagine
in the
what
early
could have
days.
happened here.
Maybe we'll find out. As long as it's on the way to finding the MK core.
Let me see.
The station is ancient, but the nav beacon is new tech.
Ah, so somebody's been here. I bet you somebody's been here.
The aux power is on these breaker boards. This sector is now powered. There are 3 total. Each should have its own control room like this.
3 sectors. I'll go ahead to find the control centers in each one. You keep scanning the servers for any leads.
Fine. Have the fun to yourself.
I'll call you once I power up the next sector.
Okay. A little bit of aggressiveness in her voice. I'm going to go ahead and swap over to my controller. What the hell is that? Is that a person or is that a suit? Just standing here. What's a corpse?
There's a dead body here. He seems almost posed.
That's weird. Do you think it's related to the core?
Don't know. I'll keep searching around.
Okay, that's not creepy at all. I mean, of course, the station
The
doesn't
last
have
one?
any. Whatchamacallit? These messages are in this sector.
What does this mean?
Use a sector to the vacuum to reserve my body for what comes next. Trust Dalton. Trust the signal. We will live again. The last one. Interesting. Okay. Creepy.
Okay.
Very creepy.
This group called itself the Cassiopeia Collective. Landed here in 2226. They were an unlicensed settler community from Earth.
What happened to them?
No clue. Nothing good by the looks of it.
Okay. Let's go on ahead and see what we got here. So yeah, 2226. So that's 26 years after, if I'm remembering this correctly, because I'm most likely I'm not, the drive system that they use in the game, or in the game, well, in the game technically yes, and in the TV show and in the books is called something drive, Epstein drive, I think. And the guy that made it was on Mars. The thing shot him off into the distance, and then that's where we get the ships, the massive drive ships, because it was a test
If Cox was
yacht
right, we're
thing
about to hit
that killed
the
them because he
greatest score
overclocked the
Scavenger
engine.
has ever come across.
That's what he said.
Connected junction
So,
boxes. Okay,
What do you plan to do
how?
with it? The money, I mean.
I'll head back to Ceres.
You want to go back to the station where there's a bounty on your head?
With this money, I can make the bounty disappear.
How? By going to war with Dawes?
By making him irrelevant. I'm going to build an OPA that actually helps Belters.
Oh? Connect left. Nope. Connect down. There we go. Got a little bit of insight onto why. I'm guessing how she got into power with the OPA. I still need to finish the Expanse. I need to finish the last season, I think, is what it is. I think, like, midway season 4 and season 5. Wait, is it season 5? I've actually forgot. The last time I saw The Expanse was, it feels like ages ago. I can't remember actually when the last one it was that I saw. Let's go do this, that, and then up. But back to what I was originally saying. So that 200 years into the future makes sense. 26 years after, I guess, the reach of humanity into the expanse of space. But like I said, it's been a hot minute since the last time I saw. Is there anything else in here that I needed to look and see? No. Okay. It's been like a long time since I've actually seen the Expanse show, which probably means I should probably go and binge watch all of it again. Oh, there's a frozen.
Drummer? What happened?
Dead bodies. Many of them.
Ew.
I'll head to the power. Then we can investigate it together.
Now you want to include me? Fantastic.
So what about you?
Something.
What are you going to do with your share?
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Philota, you must have some idea. You could pick a station to settle in. Set up shop as an engineer.
I could. I'd miss flying around, though. Maybe I'll buy the Artemis off Khan. You can call me Captain for a change.
This ship has had enough mutinies already.
Uh-oh. Is that mutiny that we're hearing from our engineer?
Next life goals. Strange lesson for children. Or anyone.
Ride a spaceship. Fight the bacteria. Become Secretary General. I wonder, is Avasarala in power right now? She has to be, because I think I think so. She's got to be in power right
Bodies
now.
in the vacuum don't decompose.
Or at least in the political system on
the
Earth in the United Nations. Wait, was there something else I could do? Is just like X. Yeah, just.
Bodies in the vacuum don't decompose. Guess that was the lesson.
Oh, there's a leg up there. Okay. That's right. Let's look around. Make sure we're looking at everything. This is a double door. It is a double door. Okay. Got ourselves a worksheet.
I'm not familiar with the Dalton principle. Something tells me it's not exactly accepted science.
Our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, is estimated to be 87.000 light years in diameter at 100 billion Goldilocks zone, according to the Fermi paradox. Okay. Out bacteria or oxygen exposure, human bodies can remain free from decomposition. Moore's law. Resurrection of infected corpses in stasis by an advanced civilization, human or alien, is a question of when, not if. That explains the dead bodies. They are preserving themselves till... Oh, that's a kid's hand drawing of 3 dead bodies. Okay, that looks like they're sending a signal from the Milky Way to somewhere, or a planet or something. And I don't know what that is. A really bad drawn stick figure next to a really long-armed stick figure. Yeah, we'll say that. All right, let's go to the next place. Now it makes me wonder, is this space station related to anything that happens with the proto-molecule in the TV show? Okay. These doors don't open. Okay. That's right. Always look around. There might be stuff in hidden spots somewhere. An open door. With lots of things.
These aren't just coffins. They're designed to keep corpses in stasis, virtually forever.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, it's one of the coffin things that's not been
Looks
finished.
like they were pulling walls off the station to fashion these caskets. Big pagal.
Okay.
All of this planning and effort, just to prepare for their own deaths.
Well then. Oh, there's something over here.
This feels like grave robbing. Even more so than usual.
I know. But just think of the historical value. These were some of the first people to try and survive out here.
Does historical value
Oh,
pay
more
well?
coffins.
Beats me.
Ugh. Creepy space station. Haunted space station.
Reading this message, you hardly know they've given up on surviving and are putting all their hope in aliens?
We have entered phase 3 of the alignment plan laid out in last month's collectivist assembly. All regular mining operations have been suspended. Mining employees, please report to your post at regular call to be reassigned. Management will communicate new plans for breaking down and repurposing construction materials. Once a suitable amount of materials has been collected, we'll commence phase 4 to begin construction of stasis coffins. Designs have been posted in the comms hub for comments before next month's assembly. Okay. So they probably are cultists. New mission log unlocked. I forgot how to do that. There it is. Okay, threat assessment. No, solenoid analysis. Mars is running an analysis on the solenoid technology that the Belters stole. Whether they attempt to reverse engineer their own design. Maybe the Belters on board the Liguan weren't thieves. Maybe they were engineers contracted who created technology that they knew they would never profit from, and the Belt could never afford. They tried to share their work with the people who needed it most, and they were killed for it. Okay. I think that's the ships that we saw in the last mission, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if it was the first mission or the second mission. Alright, airlock. I'm just waiting for a floating body to just fly by me. I already know it's going to happen. Okay, door opening by itself. Not spooky. On a station of the dead. No, and we're back in the main control room. Or are we?
You were kidding. It's like a crypt. I thought Belters recycled their dead.
We do. We don't get to be sentimental. We use every ounce of every resource we have. It's how we survive.
So what do you think happened here?
I want to say they went mad, but they probably got desperate.
Maybe the people here were abandoned and got desperate. They could have thought they needed the bodies for something.
Could be. There's no sign of the core yet. I'll check the server here. Keep me posted on any more excitement you find.
Okay. So, next direction is this way. Door 2. What's behind door number 2? Probably more dead bodies. Got a computer here. Let's have a look. Medical records. Timo Muffet, 22 weeks, 12-8. Mori Hassan Abdu Farhazi, 08, 7 weeks. Okay. No idea what any of that means. Please strap in and wait to be called. I'm gonna guess that's for the people that were floating, because technically this is a 0G environment. Ooh, there's a coffin here. Hello.
Huh. All these poor Sabakawalas, staring at the abyss for eternity.
Interesting. Got a
I
quarter.
submit this recording alongside the station's medical records for future study. Though I take less faith than Dalton in foreign visitors, I have hope our tragedy will prove instructive to the burgeoning field of extraterrestrial immunology. The pandemic which decimated this station began as a standard Mycobacterium tuberculosis infection.
Oh my.
I contend it was our antibiotic air filters which provoked the initial evolutionary surge. But it was the children born to this station whose stunted immune systems provided the fatal breeding grounds. I did all I could. In truth, we all did.
They were taking supplements to combat living in microgravity.
Wonder if it's the same stuff we take.
I doubt it. The only reason we survive now is because of what we learned from settlements like this.
Okay, I accidentally... I picked it up thinking that it wouldn't stop the
These must
thing.
be from whoever planted the MK core. We're close.
Wait, did I just whack that out the way? I did whack it out the way, okay. I want to hear the rest of the recorder.
I submit this recording alongside the station's medical records for future study.
So they had
Though I take
tuberculosis,
less faith than
or
Dalton
a strain
in
of
foreign
tuberculosis, which
visitors,
mutated in the filters.
I have hope
So you're heading back to Ceres?
No.
Leaving the Artemis without a captain?
Stop. I want to
I
hear
suppose
this.
that's true.
Damn.
Gosh darn it. Okay.
I think I might, miss you or something.
I will miss you too.
Oh, for fuck's sake. At least call me a well-walla, or tell me how you can kick my Martian ass.
I will miss kicking your ass, well, Walla. Looks
That's a
like
corpse.
the medic was well liked.
He's got Doc written on his thing. The hands of the king are the hands of all healer, and so shall the rightful king be known. In loving memory of Dr. Araman Jahani, know that you are lost, we all are. Or now that you are lost, we all are. Okay, well, they gave him his own little area. Okay, now I want to listen to that recorder.
I'd never let this happen to me. I've got my recycler all picked out.
No, freaking drummer. Where's that recording at? It's this way. I gotta hear the rest of this. So something about tuberculosis, air filter mutated in the children.
Station's medical records for future study. Though I take less faith than Dalton in foreign visitors, I have hope our tragedy will prove instructive to the burgeoning field of extraterrestrial immunology. The pandemic which decimated this station began as a standard Mycobacterium tuberculosis infection. I contend it was our antibiotic air filters which provoked the initial evolutionary surge. But it was the children born to this station whose stunted immune systems provided the fatal breeding grounds. I did all I could. In truth, we all did. But we had no chance.
Okay, well, that's definitely an interesting way to go. Space tuberculosis. Okay, let's see. Where do I need to go? Down here? Okay, I went the right direction. Airlock.
Need to power on the sector first.
Okay, junction box. That's one thing that I will say about the Expanse is I do love its rather hard science fiction, where they try to explain it to the best of their abilities, stuff and things. I do like that a lot. We want to go to the... No, not to the right, to the left. And then we want to go down. Oh, okay, we want to go down, but where does that one go to? That one also goes down. Okay, we want to go to the left. Left. And then there's only one option, and it's down. Then the next option is, let's see. We want to connect up. connect, and then connect again, and that should be it. Yep, there we go. Wasn't too bad for a puzzle. I bet it's gonna get worse. What is this? What is that? What is this crazy space cult been doing in here? Okay, well, let's start investigating. Oh, okay.
You seeing this?
Sure am. How has all of this just been sitting here?
Their stories were abandoned, just like they were.
What gets me is that there was no OPA back then. There wasn't even the word Belter. But as soon as they got out here, somehow their lives didn't matter anymore.
Huh. Well, if that's how you feel, welcome to the OPA.
I'm serious.
I'm serious too. The OPA isn't just for dock orphans on Ceres. It's for anyone who wants to fight for a free belt. At least that's what it should be.
Interesting, interesting. So technically, if I remember correctly, about
Looks
this...
different from the coffins in the upper sectors.
Logan Dalton.
Maybe they built it in the early days, before they ran out of supplies.
Okay. That must be the Dalton that they're talking about in the things. But so this game takes place before Drummer made her way to
another nav beacon.
We must be getting close to the core.
Is it Ceres Station? Out with Fred Johnson. Because I do believe at this point, I think this story takes place right after Fred Johnson's run-in with... No. Yeah. I think this story takes place right before... Or right after Fred Johnson's run-in
Got
with...
some mining charges. Looks disarmed.
Destroying the station with the innocent belters in it.
Disarmed enough. You clearly haven't handled many explosives.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, I want to know what these things are that's on the... Whatever this is. What is this? I want to know what this is. Is this the power trans... This is, it says transmitter.
Is this where the broadcast came from? Could be a transmitter.
Okay. There's a power box right here. Can I activate it? Do I need to be on the ground to activate it? Probably. Nope. Oh, it doesn't have a switch on it, I don't think. Okay, let's keep investigating. So yeah, so I think this takes place right after Fred Johnson has the run-in with, killing the people on the space station after being ordered to by the UN when he didn't want to. He was trying to negotiate, but they destroyed the station anyways. Oh, maybe I need to go up in here. Let's try that. I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure actually when this takes place. Okay, I can't go up in there. So my only other option is to head for that door. That's over here. Okay, now where am I at? Sector 3 control, okay. Airlock, manual override. Somebody manually overrided this airlock. Maybe, or unless it's already open. Okay. Shall we turn the lights on?
Hey, with all this alone time you've given me, I've been thinking about something. Whatever this treasure is, the one thing we know is that it will change everything. No more scavenging, no more running.
That's the hope.
The thing is, I think if I had all the money in the world to do anything I wanted, it would be doing this. With you.
Oh, uh-oh, okay. I was about to say, what's that?
Not this exactly, but working with you to help build a better future for the Belt. I want to be a part of it. If you'll have me, I mean.
Are you sure?
Are you sure you understand what that means? The moment you aid the OPA, that makes you a terrorist and a traitor to Mars. There's no going back.
Good. I'm done looking back. I want to be a part of something that matters.
That's something a narc would say. Oh no, more bodies. Great. Just great.
Holy shit, this is beautiful.
Yeah, you're like looking at dead bodies. Yeah, no, it's horrifying.
It would be beautiful if it wasn't filled with dead Belters.
That had space TB.
That shape at the bottom, I recognize it from the coordinates.
That's promising. Let me check the server for this sector, then I'll meet you down there.
Ugh. I don't know about this. Don't go into the coffin, please.
Okay, here's something. The sector's thermoscanner reports biometric presence. There must have been someone here.
Oh, yeah, nope. Nope.
They're still here!
Coming down!
No, stay back. Try to get eyes. My name is Kamina Drummer. I don't know who you are, but...
I know who you are! You're the pirate JP sent to take me out. Lousy in your scum. But you'll never find that sample!
Maya!
I see him. He has you pinned down. I'll try to direct you from up here.
Okay.
Okay, he's coming up on the left.
Oh, that's right. Time attacks. Forgot about that. No, 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 no. No. Time attacks. God damn it.
Okay, he's flanking around to your left.
Left. Left trigger. Right. Left trigger. Right trigger. Got him in the arm.
You got him, but I don't think he's down. I lost visual.
If anything,
Maya.
he's gonna probably bleed out.
He's charging. Your left now.
Left. Right trigger. Jump. Left trigger, right trigger. Left trigger. Left trigger. Right trigger. Is that a shotgun? Oh, right in the face. He's not gonna recover from that. Oh, this thing is busted.
Wrist terminal broken. And he was running low on oxygen.
The hypoxia must have made him disoriented. He seemed to confuse you for someone else. JP?
This wrist terminal is too busted to search.
There's a...
His oxygen was so low, I don't think he even knew who he was shooting at.
I know he just tried to kill you.
Let's see. I dug up my old grad school notes. I probably should let her finish talking. I just realized this. I saw the thing and I clicked it. Okay, I dug up my old grad school notes. According to an epidemics professor, there was an early Belter settlement at these coordinates that died out a century ago. Can you get us there? Let me know and I'll coordinate with my UNN contact. We'll grab you later to discuss Strickland's... Strickland's been watching me so closely since the announcement. We have to move fast. Ray. Okay. I could have listened to it too.
His oxygen was so low, I don't think he even knew who he was shooting at.
I know he just tried to kill you, but... Poor guy.
I wouldn't have made it through that firefight without Maya.
Wonder what this guy was doing down here.
Let's look around. He was obviously here for a while. Maybe he left something behind.
Probably something on that giant structure in the center of the place here. Let's see. What do we have here? You know what this kind of looks like? On the very last Resident Evil, when they're going underneath Raccoon City and the underground bunker, like, because there's the underground bunker in the very first movie, but then it got destroyed by the nuclear blast. But even further below it was another bunker, and it had like all the executives of the Umbrella Corporation, and it had the original chick that is her name Alice? I think is it Alice or the Red Queen? Technically the Red Queen is the holograph of her younger self, and then Alice is, I think it's Alice, is the lady that's there fighting the zombies, and then it's got her older self, because come to find out she had some kind of like degenerative disease or something, and her father like cloned her, and then his father cured her with a T virus, the little girl in the first movie, and then they turned her into a hologram, the Red Queen, and then she was also there. The Resident Evil is a strange movie franchise. I like Resident Evil. A lot of people don't really like Resident Evil, like the movies, but I enjoy them. Resident Evil was, okay, now I'm going way off topic. We're supposed to be playing The Expanse. Resident Evil was like one of the first movies-ish that I watched when I was in middle school, and I was afraid of zombies for a good almost a year. It doesn't help that I also watched 28 Days Later and then 28 Weeks Later, and it freaked me out. Like, I was scarred from that, but now I'm not as much anymore. Like, I've gotten over my fear of zombies and like all of that. But yeah, seeing 28 Days Later and then 28 Weeks Later when you're like 4 or 5 years old, yeah. Nah. Let's look at this though. The wolf will live with the lamb, the leopard will lie with the goat, and the children will lead them unto salvation. Future travelers, we lay our beloved children before you. If you be healer, heal. If you be miracle worker, work. If you be passer through, pass through and go in peace. The Cassiopeia Collective. Okay. Don't tell me that there's children down here. Oh no. I'm concerned about what I'm about to see in here. It's children. Those are children coffins. Oh my, this got dark even faster.
Oh God. The first ones. They're all
Children. It's a children's tomb.
They buried their children here first. Couldn't bear the thought of recycling them.
Then they couldn't bear the thought of being separated from them either. So here they are.
Yeesh.
Here they are.
So these people stole the core and ran here. And they hid their prize.
in a fucking children's tomb.
Yeah, that's definitely not somewhere. This coffin stands in memory of the first children lost to the illness that ravaged our station. Their bodies were tragically recycled before our minds were awakened to our great purpose. Although they were lost, we hold them in our hearts forever. There's some names going around them as well. I guess it tells you who each of the children are in the center section, wherever that may be. There's a back as well to it. Interesting. Okay, this must be like stasis monitors, yeah. I'm gonna say like power generators or like monitors for their new mission unlocked. Death records 2233 1900, 2234 3600. I guess those are the times of death, the year, the time the child passed. Station population started out strong, but heavy casualties began occurring after a few years. Because it said 26 was when they got here, so that's like, what, 26? 8 years? Almost 8 or 9 years after they got here, they had their tuberculosis outbreak. Okay, well, I should have read that. I read that in my mind. Let me see what did it say. Dead records. The station's population started out strong, but heavy casualties began occurring after a few years. With no new influxes of settlers and a dwindling population, the group must have known their community was doomed long before the last one died out. No one has an easy existence in the belt, but these people didn't even have the hope that their future generations would build a better life for themselves. It seems to have caused some sort of station-wide mental breakdown. So they had the TB outbreak, and then it caused them to kind of lose it, seeing that they're so fought hard after life.
Some of the first children born in the belt, and this is the fate they suffered.
Not gonna make it.
They were abandoned, but at least they weren't forgotten.
Uploading glow stick.
What do you think happened?
Let's find out.
Okay, let's see.
Guess they stashed it before they had their fight. It's not in here.
Okay. Confidential. Do not duplicate. All individuals handling this information are required to protect it from unauthorized disclosure. Handling, storage, reproduction, and disposition of the attached documents must be in accordance with applicable regulations. Designation MK Core. Lab number 27. Phoebe Station. I should have known. Okay, so yes, it does have something to do with the thing. The proto-molecule, most likely. It's clear that the sample is encoded with instructions and that those instructions are unknown, perhaps unknowable. Exposure to human biomass seems to activate. It's the protomolecule. It's the protomolecule from the TV show. Seems to activate it, although exposure to other replication mechanisms have proven ineffective as well. Most attempts to break down the sample's molecular bonds, exposure to solvents, disinfectants, and freezing temperatures have failed. Exposures to extreme heat show some efficiency. Cellular exposures, experimental 1, cellular wall degeneration, experiment 2, experiment 3. Cellular replication experiment was terminated early when replication continued outside of expected parameters. Belter unknown origin, fatal 4 to 6 days infection. Number 4 out of 5. Okay, human testing, Dr. Strickland. I think either they mentioned that name in this game or that name sounds familiar. Dr. Ray was the first experiment number that we saw. Experiment 102AC. It was cellular testing. This is human testing. Abstract. The sample is highly transmissible and with proper exposure maintains 100% infection rate. A great amount of biomass is needed in order to further understand the sample's encoded instructions. Hence, Phoebe Station, and then the other station, Eros. Was it Eros they infected? Yeah, I think it was Eros Station. Subject was exposed to the sample via cotton swab. Symptoms began within 3 hours. Subject was moved to exam room 4. Subjects were exposed to experiment 2. Subjects Okay, subject, now subjects were exposed to the sample via cotton swab, then immediately put through decontamination procedure. Subjects showed no symptoms. Immediate decontamination may be effective in the event of accidental exposure to staff. Subjects were exposed, or experiment 3, subjects were housed in exam room 4, with subject number 1 transmission began within an hour. Subjects complained of disorientation, fever, vomiting. After 4 days, chest and stomach pains were the primary symptoms, and subjects showed a pronounced aversion to the station's overhead lighting. Hibernation ensued shortly thereafter. Yeah.
The MK core isn't a treasure. It's a weapon.
What kind of weapon?
I don't know. Something alive. And fucking dangerous.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, 10th of August, and I commenced this diary. My English is going all over the place. I apologize for that. I commenced this diary for the benefit of further historians. I believe we are embarking on biomedical revolution, rivaled only by the advents of synthetic nitrogen and CRISPR. Oh, CRISPR, God. Non-Sibi said omnibus? Anubis? Omnibus? Okay. That's a joke if you've seen the TV show where Amos said it called it the Anubis instead of Anubis. That's actually omnibus, not with an A, but 11th of August. I know this is the discovery of a millennia, but some of my fellow researchers have lost the plot. All they want to do is scale up to the testing. Idiots. We have the potential to eradicate cancer, reverse cellular decay, bolster immunity against all infections. Must keep our focus. August 22nd. The situation has grown tenacious. Tenacious, I don't think is the right word, but we're going to go with that. Dresden appears to have lost all sense of process and prosperity. Rumor is that he is punishing a cognition enhancement modifier on junior researchers as a means of advancement. If he tries that on me, we will find... okay, censored myself. Yes, I just did. He will find an enhancement up his blank. Up his rear tunnel. There you go. We'll call it that. Asked Strickland what he knows about the other teams here, and no response. I know we're not the only ones on this project. What research are they hiding? Would they be insane enough to develop it as a weapon? The data are clear. The data is clear, I think is what it should be. This thing can teach us so much about biology, but it isn't ours to control. There's another entryway. September 27th. Dresden wants to talk about human testing now with the blank. I can't even begin to account for the ethical dumpster fire that presents at this stage. Maybe that's why he's busy with his enhancement lobotomies. 28th September. The lab is being shut down. Resources to be transferred to other projects. For what horrors I can only imagine. How to respond. October 1st. My credentials got me into the lab. One last time I took to core, I saw some of Strickland's new projects too. Dear God, these people. October 2nd. I bribed a guard, Maddox, to smuggle out the core and get us off Phoebe. My contact at the UN promises to set me up with a new research team somewhere no one can find us. Maddox's buddies dropped us off at the abandoned settlement. We were supposed to rendezvous with the UNN Irshinabi. That is the ship from the very beginning. I think episode 1 or 2 when I was playing it whenever the last time it was. Irshinabi days ago. No messages, no responses. What was I thinking? If the UN can't handle this, there's nowhere safe. It must be destroyed. Maddox might protest, but I'll convince him. He's a simple man, but not impervious to reason. Just need to find a furnace that burns hot enough. Let me guess. It didn't work.
Looks like the scientist contacted the UNN, and they sent over the Irshinabi.
But they weren't able to stop the word from leaking out.
Looks like the scientist contacted the UNN, and they sent over the Irshinabi.
But they weren't able to stop the word from leaking out. So they stole the MK core and brought it here. but then our security guard turned on his partner and shot her?
Seems right.
I have compiled evidence to show why this substance presents such a novel set of risks. I now truly believe we may be looking at an eschatological event. I thought I could deliver this sample to the right hands and develop an antidote, but I underestimated many things. All that matters is that I destroy the sample and pray the same will be done to the rest of this cursed substance.
So the MK core is some kind of organism.
I don't know. And neither do the scientists studying it.
And yet this company is pouring endless amounts of money into it. They're willing to kill to keep it secret, and now they're running human tests.
Not humans. Belters.
They were tricked, or they were disposable. They were
Belters
tricked.
who were lied to. Or tricked into agreeing to this, assuming they were given a choice at all. Fucking inners. They found a weapon they didn't understand, and they brought it out here to play with.
That's horrible.
It's nothing new. Just like Anderson Station.
There it is, Anderson Station.
Gwyn.
That's what it was. So
Even
yeah,
these
so
people
Anderson Station has happened.
Left out here to die. Just another chapter in the story.
If I remember correctly, it was Anderson Station that Fred Johnson was forced to destroy while in the while being, I think wasn't he a captain in the UNN?
Ready?
In the Navy. Oh, I know that blue glow anywhere. That's proto-molecule. Oh, never mind. It's just the lights.
We found it.
Something's about to happen. I can smell it.
And now we're going to destroy it.
How are we going to destroy it, I wonder? Is this the core of our ship?
We'll reach full burn in about a minute. What are you going to tell the others?
It's too dangerous. If my controller will work. Hold on, give me just one sec. Alright, there you go. I'm back. Controller's working again.
But we didn't have a choice. We can't sell a weapon like this, no matter how much money is involved.
Kamina, we do have a choice.
Oh. That
Hear me
neck
out.
snap was...
Whatever this is, it could still be everything you need to help the belt. What if we kept it?
As a weapon? Or as a bargaining chip?
Call it what you want, but no one would mess with the OPA if they knew.
The OPA doesn't work that way. It's 100 factions with 1,000 goals. The OPA would tear itself apart over something like this.
Why are you so sure of that? You're talking like an inner.
I'm talking like someone who knows the OPA. Who knows men like Doss and what they do to stay in power.
But the belt may never get a chance like this again. You can't just take that away.
You don't get it. You may have bounced around in zero G for a while, but you don't understand the belt.
She's gonna be a problem, I can already tell.
Hey! What don't I understand?
Belters always look for danger. Broken air filters, leaky reactors, anything that could mean danger. And this... it's a disaster waiting to happen. Think about it. Not like a Martian, but like a Belter. From everything you've seen out here so far, how do you think this really ends for us?
Fuck. You're right. Let's do what we have to do.
Okay, so if they destroy this, then that means that...
Rayan, what are you doing?
See, Baratna? Told you we couldn't trust her.
Oh, don't you dare.
Hand it over. Now!
Okay, the twins turned on us.
And that?
Arlen, listen to me.
Could hurt the belt? No, it's a death sentence. That
is a death sentence. You'll never be able to unload it without getting killed in the process.
See, that's your issue. No faith in your crew. I already have a buyer on Ceres.
Damn it, Arlen, you don't understand what you're doing.
You always think you know better than everyone else. That's how you always end up here, yeah?
I don't know what the fuck your plan is, but you can't just take over the ship and throw Drummer in the brig.
No brig. Airlock.
What do you mean? Just got to head back to Ceres.
Tinsha! How long is the trip to Ceres? Huh? 2 weeks? 3? You want to stay awake the whole time? Until we sell this thing, she'll be trying to take it back. Stubborn or voila. Never knows when she's lost.
Oh my god.
No, there has to be another way.
As long as she's on board, it's still her ship. You think Maya and Virgil will take orders from us while she's around? Even the fucking pilot likes her. No. It's the only way to finish this. Take her to the airlock.
Uh-oh. Well, they're gonna space Drummer.
Trust me.
Oh no, it's a timed attack. I trust you. Uh-oh, my controller's beeping at me. I trust them. Looks like we're switching back to mouse and keyboard. Uh-oh, there's about to be something's about to happen. Come on. I think I need to charge my controller. I think that's what's wrong with it.
I'm sorry, Cap. For real. I wish I could stop Arlen.
You can.
You can. Help me take him down.
Baratna's the only reason I'm alive. The only reason I got off Vesta. I can't let you hurt him, but I won't watch you die either.
You want to follow your precious captain so much? Fine!
You son of a bitch! Let me go!
What did you do?
I nearly bit my ear off. Would have clawed my eyes out next.
I just realized what happened. That was a gunshot into him. Oh, I mean, into her.
She isn't a part of this.
Uh-oh. Come on, controller. Now would be a good time to work.
Put it on. We can make it to the station and send a distress signal. Hurry.
I'm the one with the bullet in me. You take it.
You'll be fine. We both will.
I can't. Stop.
I should have fought him. I should have fought him. Captain.
I'm still your captain. Do it. Now.
I said I would do anything to help the belt. And nobody can do more for the belt than you.
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, no.
No!
Yeah, no, she's gone. There's no way she survives. Oh no. Dang slow door.
Come on. Come on, come on. No! Come on.
Well, there she goes. There goes the dry plume from the ship.
Maya, please. Maya. Oh, Maya.
Well, that sucked. That sucked a lot. There goes mission 3. That sucked a lot, actually. I should have fought him. I probably would have gotten shot, but I probably should have fought him. Now I want to see what happens if I fight him. But, that's for another time. Oh, whoa, okay. I don't know what's happening right now. I think it's my controller is messing up again. Yeah, it's the controller is messing up again. I need a new controller. That's my fault for using this one. But, there goes mission 3. Hopefully I'll do mission 4 sometime before next year, hopefully. But I hope you enjoyed it. Getting me trying to at least finish the main story, because I know there's a DLC which I think has Avasarala. Avasarala is my favorite space politician. I like her character. Avasarala's character is really cool. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, and until the next one, as always, bye-bye!